The struggling U.S. economy is set to take another bite out of tourism on Vancouver Island if a proposal goes through to cut back Sidney-Anacortes Ferry service. Washington State Ferries is considering operating the line for only 5 months per year instead of 9. Towns on both sides of the border bring in millions of tourist dollars every year because of the ferry and are now digging in to fight. For the next 3 months, the Sydney Ferry Terminal will be home to more birds than boats. The ferry between Friends is on winter hiatus. But there is now a proposal by Washington State Ferries to operate the Sidney-Anacortes run from only May to September. And that's not popular in these parts.
Given the financial situation in the United States and Washington particularly, I can understand that they're looking desperately for funds and trying to reduce their costs. However, I think this is exactly the wrong way to go.
You may remember it was less than 2 years ago the Saanich Peninsula rallied to save the ferry service, then on the chopping block by Washington State for a savings of $9 million. That decision was reversed. Now state officials tell A News Washington can no longer subsidize the ferry system as much as it has in the past, battling a $4.6 billion budget deficit. The Saanich Peninsula Chamber of Commerce calls Washington State's plan to cut back ferry service here bad economics, pointing the finger squarely at a 2007 report that says almost $126 million in spending can be either directly or indirectly associated with the run.
Makes no sense to us, no, and it certainly would hurt the economies both here on the Saanich Peninsula and in Anacortes.
Sydney's mayor agrees, saying the proposed cutback in service will actually cost money.
You can say, yes, here we are, we've gathered back $8 million, $10 million, $15 million. However, in the longer term, it may have cost you $20 to $25 million to recover that 8, and so there's no point in doing that.
The ferry carries more than 100,000 passengers between Sydney, Anacortes, and the San Juan Islands every year, what the mayor calls a highway on the water.
These ferries actually are a part of the highway system, and there's no proposals that I understand to reduce the volume of traffic on any particular road in Washington State.
Cross is working with his counterparts in the U.S. to fight the plan, and the Saanich Peninsula Chamber is doing the same, distributing a petition for Vancouver Islanders to sign before it returns the signatures to Anacortes in a week and a half.